Hi air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those of you cross-watching. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see why is it that you've met your person. So we want to see what is the meaning, what is the reason, what is the significance behind the both of you crossing paths. It doesn't matter whether you're with your person, okay, or whether you're currently separated or you're disconnected from one another. We just want to know what is the purpose behind it all, behind the both of you crossing paths. Okay, nothing in life is random, nothing in life is a coincidence. You know, everything happens for a reason, as cliche as that sounds, right? It is a general reading, guys, so if you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed below the video. Otherwise, guys, please, I want you to take a moment, pause the video if you have to, take as long as you need to, and I want you to focus on your person, okay? Focus on your person, and we want to see what is the reason behind the both of you crossing paths with one another. I mean, there has to be a reason, right? Interesting. Okay, this is someone whom you might be in no contact or no communication with this individual right now. The King of Swords has come up in reverse and it's pointed to the Devil. Even though you guys are not in contact or you guys are not communicating with one another, I feel like there's still a connectedness, okay? I feel like there's still something that, you know, draws you to this person. There is still a thread, okay? It could be an emotional thread that still connects the two of you. It could be that you guys are energetically connected. You guys might be thinking about each other a lot, but not necessarily communicating. So just remember that sometimes, you know, everything is not as it seems. And you do have this the Tower of Illusion here. So them not communicating with you, you know, you might interpret it as the connection having lost all momentum or their feelings for you having dissolved, but that is not the case, okay? Because this person is still on your mind and you're still very much on their mind. And I think there's still this connection that even though you might not seem to think so, I think at the end of the day you still feel. And I know you guys are, you know, you guys are ruled by mental energy. I know you like to intellectualize a lot of things, but I think sometimes you have to allow yourself to trust your feelings, okay? I know you guys are, you know, a little bit of diagnosticians when it comes to things. You like to intellectualize, understand how things work, but I think the cards are really asking you to trust what you feel, okay? Even if what you feel doesn't make sense logistically, okay? Or even if what you feel doesn't necessarily make any sense at all. You need to sort of rely on emotions here. What is the reason behind the both of you crossing paths? Even though I think things may have, I think this is a connection in which the both of you are disconnected right now, or maybe you guys have ended things, you guys are in separation, you guys are like at a distance from one another. You know, you didn't meet this person by accident. You didn't meet this person randomly. And I think to me the Hangman brings such a huge energy of reflection. And I think a lot of you have been reflecting on, maybe you've been reflecting on the role that you played in this connection. Maybe you've been reflecting on the role that they played, reflecting on how things went down, on you know, how the relationship unfolded, on how you wish maybe things went different. I think a lot of you have been reflecting about the lessons that you've learned. You know, you've learned certain things about yourself. You've made discoveries about yourself that I think were very new and foreign to you and exciting. You've also made a lot of discoveries about, you know, the person that you were with. And I feel like a lot of you have been trying to figure out, I think you've been giving it so much of your mental energy, and you've been trying to figure out, you know, what exactly is the reason? What's the reason behind the two of you crossing paths? Because even though this may have been, you know, the person that you've maybe fell in love with, maybe this is the person that you still love, the Tower seems to suggest that things maybe ended abruptly, or things ended prematurely, things ended maybe violently, painfully, or very uncomfortably. I think this person, and I think this connection as well, this special connection that you shared with each other, I think it really, this connection has fulfilled its purpose. Maybe not entirely, but in the sense that I think it really helped you grow, okay? It helped you grow, and I think you really grew through what you were going through. I think this connection tested you. I think it pushed you. I think it helped you grow. I think it helped you evolve, expand, and I think it's I know there was a lot of suffering that came out of this connection, especially with the Tower there, and then you've got the Devil alongside it. You know, notice the dark, bleak settings here. But I think a lot of you have been reflecting that on the synchronicity of the way, and I think deep down inside, you know, whether you like to admit to it or not, you know that this was something very special, and you know that there was a very, and there were several maybe several important lessons that have come from out of this connection. Because for a lot of you, I think the more you reflect, the more things to start making like deeper sense, because the synchronicity and the timing and the synchronistic events around in which you guys met each other, okay, and how, you know, if it was a few minutes later, you guys maybe wouldn't have met at all, or had you said no instead of yes, it just, I think a lot of you are like, I can see that in the energies that you're reflecting on the synchronicity, or reflecting on the timing, and the timing of, you know, the certain events, and you know that this is no accident, you know that this is no chance encounter. Some of you, it was a chance for you to, you know, this connection, this relationship was a chance for you to work on yourself, to work on yourself, to work on your own emotions. I think it's like on the emotional level, and on the physical level, I think it really cultivated this connection, and the experience of this connection really cultivated this gratefulness and acceptance of the divine, okay, of divine timing, divine planning, of cosmos, and just moving along in life, moving along with a faith, okay, a faith that what is meant to be is meant for you, okay, and it will not miss you, you know, and similarly, what's not meant for you, you know, will never work out, because it's not intended for you. And I think it's all about trusting yourself and trusting the universe. I feel like this connection has set you on this adventure, you know, some of it which was very wonderful, unforgettable. Some of the adventure may have been a little bit unpleasant, okay, or uncomfortable, but I think there was meaning, okay. Each experience you shared with this person, each memory, you know, each agreement, each disagreement, I think all of the, you know, this whirlwind of adventure, I think had a lot of meaning, and added a lot of meaning, and added a lot of beauty as well. And this goes both ways, okay? I think there is something about this person and about the connection that has awakened you in some way. They may have helped you go in the direction that you were meant to go, and the direction that you're meant to head in. There's something about also helping you maybe abandon an old way of living, maybe an old mindset, or a self-limiting belief you had about yourself, or you had about the world. Maybe, you know, I think there's something about letting go of something that maybe was burdening you, or that was very unhealthy for you in some way. I think there's something about this individual that also taught you sometimes that, you know, things don't always have to go according to plan. Just remember that, you know, the plan that the universe has for you and the plan that you have for yourself can be two very different plans, two very different timelines, right? And sometimes and I think there's something about this person that taught you that, you know, sometimes things don't have to go according to plan, and that's okay. Sometimes, you know, you end up getting to your destiny or to where it is that you have to go via a completely different path than you had imagined yourself, you know, doing this. I think the connection and the experiences you shared with this person also reminded you of who you are, because maybe somewhere along the way you, especially with the devil card, maybe you forgot who you were, or you lost a sense of self, or lost a sense of identity, because, you know, in this hectic pace of life, things can get a little bit crazy at times, right? And sometimes people can lose track of themselves and forget who they truly are, and sometimes people stop believing in things that are like, in things that they once believed in very firmly, very sincerely, and very enthusiastically. And I think this person sort of helped you reconnect with your inner child. Okay, maybe something about them or about the connection, he helped you look deep down inside, and maybe it helped you remember, you know, who you were as a child, or the things that you loved doing when you were younger. Just to remind you who you really are, what you're about, just to help you be a little bit more honest with yourself, I feel like, and help you become the person that you're supposed to be. And I think the both of you have done that for each other. I also feel like you guys didn't know this, but the both of you, in a way, and I think there was something very special about this connection, because the both of you, in a way, were holding space for each other. You didn't quite know it then, but you were holding space in your lives for this cosmic connection. Because I think this is a cosmic connection that is going to have a lifetime. And I do think it's likely that you might return to, with this very individual, you might return to this 10 of Cups. Okay, and this is the idyllic scene that every storybook romance is built on, right? And I think you can have that with the person, okay? Because, you know, you've had this storm, both this external and this internal storm that you shared with this person. And then I think, you know, after every dark night there's a brighter day, so you get your sunshine. And I think at the end of the storm, you know, there comes that rainbow. And I think you can get this rainbow with your person. And I do think this is a connection that's going to stay. These type of connections are very rare, and these type of people, you know, the type of people that you are to each other, can be very hard to find. However, I think there's something about you that seems like you've got this healing quality, and there's something about them that they have this healing quality to them, and that the both of you have sort of helped each other find each other, and help each other and lifted each other up. And if you're going through some things with this person, if you're going through this storm, or if there's a separation or disconnection, just remember that, you know, what is meant to be will be. And even though some things might not necessarily make sense right now, okay, logistically, intellectually, I think emotionally it just makes sense that the both of you, you know, come back together, or the both of you end up together. So I think just give it time, and, you know, continue to trust in this divine timing. And continue to trust in, you know, divine intervention, because I think deep down inside, you know that there was something about this connection that was just meant to be. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Bye!